And it was a blessing, right? Because the guy was like, as a matter of fact, I think I knew you were really good at basketball, and I knew you had, a bunch of schools looking at you or whatever the case may be. I just knew that you were really good at basketball. Uh, so I passed you. I said, you passed me? I said, yeah, I passed you. I knew you didn't come. I knew you had other stuff going on and whatever. So I passed you that summer. I remember it. Go back to your old high school and tell them to give you your diploma. I said, man, I said, you playing, man.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Oh, what's going on, brother?
Man, just living the dream, man, like they say. How you feeling? Get
Oh,
into
wait, no, oh, wait, no, you, brother. Let's get this long overdue, right?
Yeah, man. I kind of want to get into it, but we're gonna go through the whole process, man.
All
So,
right,
man, I reached out to you, man, because man, I've known you since lockers, man, for real.
right, right.
So
See, before that,
before lockers, for real. So I
yeah,
just know your story, man. A lot of people like they tune into my channel, and I just know your story could help somebody. So just kind of want to get over here, ask you a few questions about, your background, your experience, let you kind of share that, and maybe somebody could glean something from it. So
uh,
let's
let's
start
rock
off
it.
like, so what do you do right now, like professionally?
Professionally, I am currently in the Army. I'm in the military.
So you're an officer in the Army.
Correct.
Yeah. What made you get into the Army? Like what made you
Mm.
choose that career path?
Well, to be honest with you, like I was I was doing music prior and 100% invested in career, as an artist. Uh, but as things went on, people's, close friends started getting killed, and people started going to jail around me, and life started lifing for some of my people that was around me, and made me, want to just try another path. You know what I mean? And as you know, as doing music as a fellow artist, like that stuff is not cheap. It's not cost efficient, man. That stuff get expensive, get costly. Um, so I just chose to take a different path, man. It wasn't really making the money that I wanted to make and to sustain my, the lifestyle that I wanted. So, so I chose, to get in the military. Not saying it was a better financial move, but uh, it was more so, it more so giving me more so longevity move. You know what I mean? And I use it as a footstool to get places that I want to get to.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, man, like, bro, like I said, man, I've known you forever, man. Something that I remember about you was like
Mm,
in high school, you didn't graduate. You didn't get to walk, man. So
no.
m- coming from that, usually, people who don't graduate, I mean, there's so many different ways you could like end up going. So to know
Mm-hmm.
you're now like you're in the army, you're a
Mm-hmm.
captain, you're a commander, like that's not the typical path for someone who didn't graduate. So I'm just curious, like, how did that feel not being able to walk? How did that affect your life? And what did you take from
I
that?
mean, so more so like it. It's funny that you asked that because like at the time, like when I didn't walk, I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Excuse my French, but like I ain't care at that point, right?
Right.
Uh, but like not too many people know that my mom got sick. She had got cancer at that time, and it really hurt my feelings that she never got to see me like actually walk and obtain my high school diploma. And so like as years went on, they really kind of messed with me. You know what I mean? They really
Yeah.
kind of fucked with my mental. And so I made it like I say probably around the time I was doing music, and then I say 3 or 4 years after after my proposed graduation date, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, man, I need to get my degree. Or I need to get my diploma rather. And so I did go to summer school. I didn't walk. I didn't pass a few of my classes prior to graduation in high school. So I went to summer school. I did go to summer school. I half-assed went to summer school. As a matter of fact, the whole summer period, I probably went to summer school. I paid to go to summer school, went to summer school. I probably went 30% of the time. Fast forward, I say 3, 4 years later, I went back to the same administrator who was over the summer school. I was like, hey man, listen, what do I need to do in order to get my diploma? I don't want to go take GED. I just need to get my diploma. So what's the fastest route? Now, if I had to, I would. And it was a blessing, right? Because the guy was like, as a matter of fact, I think I knew you were really good at basketball, and I knew you had, a bunch of schools looking at you or whatever the case may be. And, I just knew that you were really good at basketball. Uh, so I passed you. I said, you passed me? I said, yeah, I passed you. I knew you didn't come. I knew you had other stuff going on and whatever. So I passed you that summer. I remember. Go back to your old high school and tell them to give you your diploma. I said, man, I said, you playing, man. He said, no, I'm serious. So I went back to my school. At the time was Robert E. Lee. Went to the counselor, and I said, hey, I'm coming to pick up my high school diploma, man. They said, what's your name? So I told them my name. They said, yeah, we've been waiting on you for years to come pick it up. Said, as a matter of fact, it's been so long, we got to go to uh our storage that's out off campus to pick it up. So at this point, it's 2010.
Wow.
I was supposed to graduate in 2004. So they
Yeah.
went and picked up my on diploma, and on the date on the bottom of my diploma, because they have a date on your diploma.
Yeah.
It read, I think it was July 2004, because they put the date that you actually graduate. I guess finished the summer school portion,
Yeah.
and it was July 2004. So had I been had I gave a damn, I would have
Mm-hmm.
had my diploma in 2004, opposed to me being stupid and not even following up on it. I would have had my diploma like years prior. I would have had a kickstart to my whole like situation a long time ago.
Right.
However, that doesn't replace the fact that my mom never got to see me walk.
But I mean,
So
the other side of that too, though, you're an officer now. So in order to be
yeah,
an officer, you have to be what? A
you had to
college,
be a college graduate.
right? So tell me about your college experience then.
All right, so one like you're right. One of the prereqs in order to obtain a commission in the military, right, is
Mm-hmm.
that you have to obtain your degree, your bachelor's degree, right? After I received my high school diploma finally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I tried to get a associates. Well, I went and received an associates from Trim Tech. And then after that, I was like, man, this ain't good enough, man. I need to actually get like a 4 year like degree from a university, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went to college. All right. And still in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, my mom still never seen me walk. I need like officially walk because the technical degree, yeah, whatever, but it wasn't good enough for me. So I wasn't gonna be happy until I graduated from like
What was
an
your
actual
technical?
4 years
I'm
of
just
college.
kind of put a pin in that. What was your technical degree in? I'm
Radiology, radiology,
radiology. Did you
radiology.
ever
Right.
pursue that path?
Yeah, yeah. So I ended up going to a 4 year college.
Okay.
And I was so hungry to graduate and so hungry to hurry up and get it done that I did a 4 year degree plan in like 2.5 years. Like I was overloading myself with classes, overloading, still not working like an actual job, more so hustling and doing music. But they was my counselor, hey, I don't know how you gonna get it done. I was like, man, listen, overload it, make sure like overload me. 30 plus credit hours every semester. And so yeah, I did that, man. And finally, got to the last semester. And at the same time, I was doing the ROTC program. But overloaded myself, and man, I ended up graduating. And my mom was able to see me walk. You know what I mean? Uh, which was an accomplishment for me. You know what I mean?
It sounds like your biggest like motivation to finish college was just so your mom could see you walk. But I do know family's a big thing. Like me knowing you personally, like family's
Mhm.
always been a big thing. But I never knew that specifically. So that's
Yeah,
really cool to know, bro.
yeah,
So
man, yeah, man. That was my motivation at that time. You know, you got to have the inner motivation
yeah.
to achieve whatever goal it is. You have to have the inner motivation, and at that point, like I knew I could do the music, and I had different motivations for that. But um, one thing about doing music and being like not necessarily in the street, but just being an artist, right? And one thing that kind of swayed me off of that path, right?
Hmm.
My son, like he was at that time, like he was real, real young. But thinking about it, right? I think I had a dream or something, right, bro? And my dream was like we was at his school and we were doing like we were at his school and they were doing like a like bring your dad to school type of day.
Yeah.
And I had a dream like he was bringing me to school and all these other kids had their dads in school and like, hey, my dad is a firefighter or my dad is a police officer, like career, like talking about the career.
Hmm.
And it was more so like, yeah, my dad is he a rapper, which ain't bad, but it was more so like just wanted to do something, respectable when I if that makes sense.
Yeah. I
So
feel you on that. You wanted your son to have something that you could be proud of.
yeah, yeah, and that he can also be proud of saying about his fault. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Just
yeah.
curious, do you think if you would have been a famous rapper, you would still feel that way? Or do you think it's because the position that you were in
Uh, yeah. I mean,
at this
it
point?
just depends. It just depends. It just depends on what I was trying to portray. You know what I mean? Like what I was trying to put out to the masses as far as like what type of artist I was. You know what I mean? Or what type of artist I was trying to put out there to the masses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can go in there talking about, money, clothes, cars, and females and all this. And then you bring me in and talk to the kids about something positive or tell them about myself or whatever. It just, it just make, it's just indifferent opposed to being someone who, stands up for the country and, is not necessarily living life, but doing something that's bigger than himself. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
it just
yeah.
it just it just depends on how I look at it. You know what I mean, or
Yeah.
how I feel about it at the time. Yeah.
That makes sense,
If
man. That
that
gives me a lot of understanding. I'm sure a lot of people could glean some knowledge from that as well. Just
mm,
moving forward, though, what would you say are some of the biggest challenges that you face in your current work and your current reality?
um, if I feel a certain way about certain things, I can't really speak on it because you may get looked at differently. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like some conversations I have to avoid. You know what I mean? Um, which is not a bad thing, but it just sometimes you just want to talk about something or you want to put your feelings out there and say something or this, that, and the third, which I can't because the wrong person see it, then they may look, look at you different simply because of what your profession is or what you represent. That's my biggest challenge because I feel a certain way about a lot of things, but I just choose like to bite my tongue because of how the wrong person may see it and perceive it.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you gotta find I guess, the right zone on where you gonna, how you gonna portray yourself versus what you feel.
Correct.
You can't always just
Correct.
whatever. I mean, like you said, you can say whatever, but you have to be willing to deal with the consequences of saying
Well,
whatever.
you can. You can say you can say whatever you want.
Right.
However, you have to be ready to deal with those consequences. It's just the the
Politics is a big
the
thing.
political, yeah, the political aspect of everything,
Mhm.
which I try to stay away from. But not saying that my true feelings, like I have ill will or I want to, disrespect somebody or none of that. It's just I just choose to bite my tongue on certain things. Like, if I'm not agreeing to something, I hold it to myself. I won't mess with it, whatever it may be. But I just choose to
Yeah.
keep my feelings to myself.
What advice would you offer a young person watching you, hearing your story? They feel like they identify with you as a person. Like, what would you say to them?
Follow your heart, man. You know what I mean? Like, just follow your heart. What you like. Just always stay true to yourself, but always follow your heart, no matter what it is you want to do. If it, in my case, if it was the music, right? If your heart's choosing you to go to music or do that, do it. Do it 100%. If your heart's telling you, hey, uh, go to school, play ball, or whatever it is, man, follow your heart. And when you follow your heart, put everything into it.
How do you feel like your life has changed since you've gotten on your career path? Because you've been in how long now? The
Uh,
military?
it's almost 10 now.
Almost a decade.
10.
So,
Yeah.
how would you say your life compares like now versus 10 years ago?
What's funny, man? Is like being an artist, right? You talk about all this stuff, and you talk about the money, and you talk about the clothes, and you talk about like all these different topics, right?
Yeah,
And like I think I'm more blessed like now than I would have been then. Like I've achieved way more now than I would have achieved going that route. Granted, I was pretty good, so I probably would have made it, whatever the case may be. But like the people I can touch now, or the people that I've touched now, reach way beyond who I think I would have touched then. Just for an example, like right now, with my company, like we volunteer at this food bank, right? And we feed like a whole town. Like the other day, we gave out like I want to say like 30,000 pounds of food to like over 250 families. You know what I mean? Like just helping people. You know what I mean? And I'm able
yeah,
to do that like at the position I'm in now.
right.
Granted, I probably could have did that then or did that with another career field. However, I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
And with achieving like materialistic stuff, like you rap about materialistic stuff, and everybody strive to own different stuff. I'm comfortable with stuff that I have, if that makes sense.
let's play this quick game, man. We got a few minutes, man.
All
So,
right,
you familiar with TierMaker?
TierMaker.
Yeah. So,
Not
essentially,
familiar.
how it works is it's a ranking system based off of different tiers. At the top, S tier is like
Mm-hmm.
the greatest. It's GOAT tier, basically.
Okay.
Everything else is just like, school grades, A, B, C, D, F.
All right.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you the brand and you tell me where to put it. All right. Let's start
Okay.
with Chevy. Where does Chevy go?
Uh, C tier,
C tier. Okay. Ford.
F tier.
What? Why F tier for Ford?
I'm a Chevy guy, man. If you talking about Chevy and Ford, I'm a Chevy guy. You know what I
Man, I
mean?
like that. The Mustang kind of cold to me. I like the Mustang, especially the old school Mustang.
I got you now. I feel you. It's all good, but that Chevy dog with that Chevy, man.
What's your favorite Chevy?
Man, that Impala SS oh no, nah, my bad. I'm sorry. The '69 Camaro. '69 Camaro, my favorite all-time Chevy. But then it's that Impala SS or Chevelle. They kind of neck and neck with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, let's get through this. Honda.
B tier.
B tier. Okay. Toyota.
That ain't even on the list, brother.
What? Toyota not on the list?
Toyota not even on the list.
So
You
F.
can put that with F.
What? Nissan.
You can put that with F too.
Man, you are Scion.
F too.
Mazda.
F.
GMC.
That's what Chevy. You put that with a C.
Okay, Dodge.
That's an A tier.
Okay. Jeep.
Uh, you put that D tier.
E. Okay. Cadillac.
You put that at A tier.
A tier. Why?
Yeah.
Because I know you're a Chevy guy. You got Honda B. Why Cadillac so high?
Cadillac has a lot. Cadillac has some pretty good stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They got some cars, man. They got some powerful motors too on some of them Cadillacs. So
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
it's
talking about. You talking about that Blackwing, you talking about that CTSV, talking about that Escalade, man, them three right there, man, they top. They on point. They right along with the Hellcats and the Trackhawks and all of that, you know what I mean?
yeah. Okay. Subaru.
F.
Okay. Honda.
F.
Infinity.
I like certain Infinities, but not the new stuff. I had a Q70, you know what I mean? But that's an F.
F? I'm
It's a
surprised.
F.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had some Infinities, but I ain't with it.
Acura.
F.
Lexus. Wait, hold on a
F.
second. You got Acura F, a Honda B. What's up, man?
You can't break a Honda, bro. A Honda will go 200, 300, 400,000 miles.
So why you
But you
got
got to think,
Toyota? Toyota?
man, none of that. You got to think about it, bro. We ain't got to the good ones yet.
Okay. All right. Lexus.
That's F.
Man, you tough.
Unless you like that priest, unless you got that priest.
Okay. Benz.
All right, now we getting there. Benz, Benz, Benz is goaded.
Okay.
Benz is goaded.
BM.
BMW B, whatever they were, huh?
Okay.
Simply because BMW, like I really don't like BMW, like the cars, but they got some stuff like the X6 and the 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 other newer joints. You know what I mean? They pretty cool.
All right. Kia.
F.
What? You don't like what's the Kia car?
Nah, I know what you're talking about. Nah, I ain't with it.
Audi.
Audi, Audi A.
Volkswagen.
F.
Boy, you are tough. Boy, you're F tier. So when you on the road, pretty much everybody driving some BS.
That's
All right.
it.
Chrysler.
What Chrysler got? Chrysler got F.
What? So that's the same
Chrysler,
as a
Chrysler
Jeep.
300 look like Chrysler 300 look like them fake ass Phantoms, man.
That's true. I'm not a fan. All right. Lincoln.
F.
All right. Tesla.
B.
B. Okay.
Tesla's a B.
You like the Tesla. All right.
Tesla's A.
I don't even know what this is. Can you see this?
I don't see it, but it's an F, whatever it is.
Yeah. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what this is either. Oh no, that's Maserati.
Where Maserati at?
You might not even be seeing it. What would you put in Maserati, though?
Maserati don't hold its value, man. Plus, I got a Maserati. Maserati, all right, but still a F.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm glad you were my teacher in school, boy.
Look, man. Mm-mm.
All right.
I don't like a lot of cars, bro.
All right. Let's see. Mini Cooper,
F.
Fiat.
F.
All right. I'm kind of starting to know where they going. Volvo,
F.
Suzuki,
F.
Porsche.
All right, Porsche. Porsche is A. I like Porsches. Porsche is an A. Lamborghini is an A.
Okay. You see them?
All right, Rolls Royce is an A.
Okay.
Bugatti. They're nice cars, man. They way too expensive for me. That's a D.
D. Okay.
Yeah. F.
F.
F. Alfa Romeo F. Bentley. Bentley is an A. I like Bentleys. Yeah, man. Nah, they cold, brother. You know what I mean? Like, but the Mercedes, man, the Mercedes is a perfect mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like with the Mercedes, like they not too expensive depending on which one, and they not they extreme. They good as far as luxurious. Like, I
Yeah.
like Mercedes. Um, so that's why I got them golded. It hard.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, boy. So when you see me pulling up, just know that I'm pulling up in that F tier.
The F tier.
It's a,
Ain't nothing wrong.
it's,
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I never said I wouldn't drive one.
yeah.
It's just if you gave me my choice, which everything is
Well,
like my choice, then
yeah.
that's what I choose. You know what I mean? Everything in my garage is is
Yeah.
what
Cause
what I like. You know what I mean?
hey, man, you got to get what you like. And so I'm with that, bro. But I'm glad we got a chance to sit down and go through it, man. So
Man, it's all good, bro. You know it. You know it's all love, man.